Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Defining Discipline podcast. Defining Discipline is a lifestyle, mentality, and a brand. This podcast, we're going to focus on self improvement as you follow along with me on my journey. We're also going to hear from special guests from all walks of life on this podcast and their remarkable journeys that led them to where they are today. So, today is the second episode. Today is January 2nd, 2021, and episode 2 is going to be about gear. But before we break into the gear, yesterday's episode was about goals, so I kind of discussed some of my goals, but I'm going to just catch you up on progress. So I decided to run every day of the year. Today is second day. I want to do 1,250 miles. I'm at 3.1. Day 2. I'm trying to go off a slow and steady pace to start with. So that's that update. I did start reading another new book last night. I am reading Maps of Meaning by Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. It's a lot to take in, so I'm only a couple pages in. It's one of those books you gotta kind of read a couple times just to get the concept of it and let it really flood your brain. Played my guitar. That was great. Posted the first podcast episode. So now that we're all kind of caught up on the goals and the progress of them, let's get into gear. A lot of you might notice right now, I'm doubled up on the watches. I look like an idiot. But gear. First and foremost, if you're going to start running, start doing any kind of activity, I would advise you to get some kind of activity tracker. I know, some people don't want to spend the money on it, or they think it might not be necessary. There's probably plenty of people that go out there and don't use an activity tracker, and they're fine with it. But it goes a long way if you have one. I'm going to tell you that right now. You can monitor your health, you monitor your heart rate, monitor all your miles, and it's just a really good way to kind of keep you on track. I know you might think it wouldn't be, but it is. And you might wonder why I have two. Well, I was always I used to roll with a regular just Apple Watch 1 for a long time. It kind of just got bad, and I wanted to actually start monitoring my sleep. And Apple Watch didn't have sleep monitoring, so I actually had to switch to Fitbit for the past year. So all of my Strava data and my activity data has mostly been from my Fitbit this past year. But Apple came out with two new watches, the 6 and the SE, so they do have sleep activity on it too. So I figured, you know what? I'm always an Apple guy. I got an Apple phone, Apple computer, everything syncs in together. I'm going for the Apple SE. So I got the SE. I actually now run, while I'm running, I keep track of my mileage on this one. I keep track of my heart rate on this one. This one uploads to the Nike Run Club. This one uploads to Strava. It's, I look like an idiot, but it's perfect for me. And I roll with both of them. Wear them both when I sleep. Check out my sleep data. I'll actually kind of, throughout these episodes, kind of let you know how they're comparing with mileage, if they're matching up, sleep if they're matching up, which one I think is more accurate. So that'll be kind of a cool experiment to go through with too. But now let's continue kicking it off with some more gear. I run a lot. And when you run a lot, the first thing you need is a good pair of shoes. Me, personally, I'm a Nike guy. I know a lot of people have some thoughts about Nike where they think it's not the best running shoe. There's some shoe brands out there that are specifically for running. But I like the Nikes. And the one thing I really do love about the Nikes is I run in hot, I run in cold, I run in snow, I run in rain. And Nike has these great bad boys right here. Their new model will probably be different colors and all that stuff. But these are actually called Nike Shields. This is the wind flow version, but the Shield actually is water repellent and wet traction. and it makes a huge difference in the snow. It makes a huge difference in the rain. I mean, I'm stomping through puddles and my feet are dry as a whistle. So I definitely advise you, even if you don't go with Nike, try to find a shoe that is water resistant, especially if you're going to run in the snow and you're going to run in the rain. The worst thing possible is to have cold, wet feet. But vice versa, if it's super hot in the summer, you kind of want a more breathable shoe. This isn't too bad. I ran with them all summer. My feet didn't get too hot and sweaty, but some people do want to go with something that's more breathable. Nike does have a lot of like knitted ones that are a lot easier, but if you go to a lot more breathable. But if you go to actually run in any kind of weather with those, you are kind of not be happy. You're going to be kind of miserable. Your feet are going to get wet. They're going to get cold. You're going to be like, what the hell am I doing out here? So, find yourself a good pair of shoes if running is what you guys want to get into. And like I said, I am personally a Nike fan. I know my size. I know some people have problems with them, and they say, it gives them shin splints or knee problems. It's not as good as some of the other running shoes that are, specifically made for them. But Nike, I'm all for it. So let's keep it rolling. And we're talking about cold weather, and we're talking about wet weather. And people ask me, also, well, don't you hate it? Don't you get super cold? And ironically, I do not get super cold. I actually just layer up, and I don't layer up really that much at all. I'll sometimes wear an undershirt like this, and I actually didn't bring the other thing up that I usually wear, but I usually wear Under Armour, full length Under Armour, and then right on top of it, I either wear a like a nylon, waterproof jacket that's really light, or I just wear a hoodie. And believe it or not, I get so hot while running, even in like below freezing temperatures, that by the time I get home, my body is soaking wet. And it's people don't really think about it, but you will get super hot. So definitely don't go for like full winter coat. Don't layer up too much, but you want to keep something kind of light, but keep the wind off of you, and you'll be golden. On top of that, I wear, these are perfect not just for summer, but they are also great for winter running. These are neck gaiters. You can also just roll them up and use them as a headband to keep the sweat out of your eyes. But usually I roll with a neck gaiter. I just kind of use it as almost like a turtleneck, where I just throw it over my head completely and wear it like this. I'm going to go down my neck, throw a winter hat over it, keeps the wind off my neck, keeps my ears nice and warm, and these work great wonders. Definitely pick some up if you don't have any. They make some really thin ones that are more summer version, and then I have the one I wear mostly all winter. I wear the same one. It's a little bit thicker. It has more cotton, more feel, more warmth to it. On top of that, I wear sweats in the winter. I also sometimes wear Under Armour like leggings under the sweats. Nothing too much. I don't double up on my socks. I wear one pair of socks. Like I said, the shoes, if you have waterproof shoes, they're going to get everything done that you need, where you don't need to layer up on any kind of socks. Now, let's kind of kick it into some summer gear. So summer, like I said, I still do wear neck gaiters. I bring them with me, even just to wipe my sweat off, or like I said, to wrap them around my head. But something you probably would never think is an important piece of gear. That is this right here. And if you don't know what this is gaffer's tape. And this is perfect for summer. Even winter, really. It's perfect for when you're sweating a lot and you get those spots on your body. Me personally, is my nipples. When they get super hot and sweaty, they chafe. I take this stuff right here, which is gaffer's tape, rip a couple of squares off, cover my nipples up, no chafing. And the reason specifically you want to go with gaffer's tape is because the way it's made is it doesn't leave any residue, and it's sticky enough to stay on you, but it'll pull off. You won't be hurting. They normally use this for like concerts and chords, and it's a really good tape. I would advise you to get. Of course, you can see I got the one that's more brown, light brown. They make them in all colors. Have at it. Get some gaffer's tape. On top of summer running, it doesn't matter if it's summer or winter. I do a lot of night running. With night running, I always try to have some kind of, just recently I've always tried to have some kind of light or something for cars to see you, because people in cars, I'm guilty of it myself. When I'm driving, they just don't pay attention. They don't look around. So you want to get yourself a headlamp. I got a couple headlamps here. They work great. This one has really bright. You can even go red. So get yourself some headlamps. I just got this new gadget, which I really love wearing at night. You just put it around your body. It's got reflective straps on it, and it lights up whatever color you want. I usually go with green because I'm usually wearing green. Green has recently been my favorite color, and camo is also my favorite color. I don't know why, but you can go any color you want. You can even do the cool little flash in. Yeah, disco style, baby. So if you're gonna run at night, summer or winter, I advise you to get some kind of light so people don't hit you. I cannot tell you how many times I've almost been hit by a car. It's not very fun. You give them the dirty look, they give you the look like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you. And then, it is what it is. Just try to be safe, try to be careful. Also, another good idea, which I'm not wearing and I can't show you right now, is any kind of reflective gear. They make bright green shirts that are reflective. They make pants that have reflective stripes on them. Those are very good to make sure you get your night gear if you're going to go night running. Now, to kind of tie this all together and kind of close out the episode here for gear, since everyone's been I've had actually a lot of people ask me about the stuff I wear and what I do and how I do it. So another thing is, on short runs, I don't really take water. I don't take any kind of fuel with me. Throw my phone in my pocket usually. But on those little bit longer runs, anything that's anywhere between like 8 and 10, or getting up there in miles on a long run where I'm at least out for like an hour and a half, I always wear either this little vest fanny thing here, which you can pop 2 water bottles in. You can throw your phone in here. You can throw some fuel in here. You can throw some cash in here. You never know, if you're going to need some cash and you're out on the road and you don't have your wallet. But this has definitely been a lifesaver at points when I'm doing long runs. It's not very heavy. Keep yourself hydrated, and it's just small. It's very nice. It's quick. It's easy. Snap it on. Throw some Gatorade in here, some water in the little water bottles, and you're off to the races. But sometimes I don't use that. Sometimes I want to add a little bit of weight to kind of, just add weight to my runs to get a little bit stronger. And if it's usually still a long run, I usually don't wear, like I said, any kind of gear when I'm doing shorter runs. But I also do have a backpack that you can put a bladder in for water, and you can have the straw coming out and drink right from that. Or it also has the 2 spots up here again for water bottles. This one will actually fit big full-size water bottles, where opposed to this one comes with its own small water bottles that you only can use its water bottles that this one came with. So this one, like I said, you can use bigger water bottles. You can store more stuff in it. Sometimes when I go running with the dog, I'll throw extra water back here and a foldable bowl for when my dog needs to drink. And it's also got a couple reflectors on it. It's nice. It's not too expensive. You can get all this stuff off Amazon. You can go to a running store. I said Amazon, but go to a running store. Let's shop local here, Let's keep these places in business, especially in 2020, or with 2020 hitting and all these businesses kind of getting hit real bad. Let's try to support some local businesses in 2021 and bring them back. It's got a key spot. So if you want to take your key with you, it's just a nice, quick, easy backpack to throw on. It can get heavy depending on how much weight you put in it, but it's mostly pretty light. As for that, that's pretty much all the gear I can think of currently. If I remember something, I'll mention it in some later episodes. If I start adding things, I'll again mention it in later episodes. Other than that, thank you guys for listening and tuning in. This is day 2, episode 2. Please give us a follow on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. The podcast is actually sponsored and ran through Anchor, so go on Anchor, give us a like, follow us. And the podcast is actually, again, it will be on all streaming platforms. I think right now it's only live on Spotify and Anchor and another one, but eventually we'll be on Apple. Just a couple, give it some time. And yeah, thanks guys. I really appreciate it. And talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Oh, I almost forgot, actually. I'm sorry. I won't talk to you tomorrow. I'm still going to talk to you right now because we have some daily discipline. And the daily discipline for today for you guys, I'm making it up right here on the spot because I didn't even think about it. Let's get your daily discipline in, and let's get you guys to read today. How about you guys put down your electronic devices for 30 minutes today, pick up a good book, no matter what kind of book it is, even if it's a newspaper or a magazine, just pick up something physical, put it in front of your face, give yourself 30 minutes of just relaxation and concentration into some words. I hope you guys can get that done. Also, leave some comments. Let me know how you guys are doing with your progress, or if you guys have any questions, just shoot them my way. And thank you. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.